me. That's little me as opposed to big me. Called Helen.
Yeah.
And I'm James, of course.
And we're doing today Japanese snacks found in Oz. We have quite a few here. Some from the big confectionery companies in Japan.
We're not going to actually be trying to eat everything we've got here.
Aw.
Because one, let's just go. We're going to do some mentions before we get into actually eating. We're going to do some mentions. I got this because I want to try and torture my family at some point. Many people who know Japanese foods will know of miso soup. Well, this is a packet of instant miso soup. Now, they're individual little packets that you just mix in water, but I don't know that it comes out really well when you're using this. Miso soup really needs to be done properly, but I got this anyway. It's available just in the supermarket.
Hang on, I've had that one.
Yes, you have, and you didn't like it very much.
It's vile.
Another one, which I got this just today, because I really want to try it. I love Japanese curries. They're very flavoursome. When we were over there, we went to a little curry house just before we left the country. And so I found this one. It's literally just a curry sauce with vegetables, and you just heat it up and mix it with rice. So yeah, I'm having this one later on tonight, maybe. But it was just an interesting one to try, since it's another one that's just available in the supermarket. The noodles, though, we did get from Daiso, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, so some of these things are only available in Daiso. This one, what was this? This was chili crab flavour, which is interesting to see if it's actually real crab.
Yep.
I can't read the ingredients because they're not... Oh, some of them are.
Yes.
We'll have a look later, but it's chili crab. So that's going to be Julie's one to try later on.
Yep.
This is my one to try later on, and this one is for when we want to torture somebody.
Okay. We didn't do this in the last video. An honourable mention of one of the drinks that we didn't mention was Pocari Sweat.
And if you're wondering what a Pocari is, you'll have to look it up on the internet. It's a very weird little creature that the Japanese work really hard, so it sweats really hard, and then they just take the sweat from the body and bottle it.
He's kidding. Very popular sort of electrolyte type of drink in Japan, and so as an honourable mention from our last video, we couldn't get any, so yep, salute to it.
Alright,
so
well, we'll start.
Meiji is
Heather here has been hanging out to do this particular video because she just wants to eat.
So Meiji is one of the biggest confectioners in Japan. We've tried the chocolate and it's okay. I wouldn't get all excited about it, but we'll give this a go and see what happens.
One for you.
Thank you.
It's literally just little biscuit sticks and chocolate.
No double dipping.
It's not that deep.
It's not very... On the picture... no, I suppose it's...
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough chocolate to go for that many sticks, to be honest.
And the name of this one is Yan Yan.
Yan Yan.
This one we got from our greengrocers in Cranbourne. So I go to an independent greengrocer, and they stock Meiji products and some Pocky. And yeah, okay. Cheers, everyone.
Yeah. Quite yummy. Still say that when you consider there's still another one to do. There's about another 10 biscuit sticks. There is not enough chocolate in the top, because that's not half of this is chocolate. It's like only goes down about that far. So I'd say there's not enough chocolate for that many sticks. We've got to go on to other tastings. You can't just...
Yeah, but you keep talking, I keep
survey says...
Alright, that one, well, I would give that a comfortable 9. I'm happy with that one. The chocolate is really quite nice. A lot.
Yeah.
Japanese chocolate is not that great. When we were over there, we tried some different chocolates. Some were really good and some not so great. But that chocolate, really quite like it.
Yeah, Meiji doesn't do great chocolate, but Ghana, a shout out to Chris Broad who got us onto it. It's a darker chocolate. It's really good. Fantastic.
What are you rating that?
I rate it 7. Needs more chocolate.
All right.
What about you?
What are you rating it?
I'm going to give it a 6.
A 6.
A 6.
Oh. Now, we're going to go on to Pocky next. Now, Pocky it's a bit like what we just had, except these are little biscuit sticks with a coating already on them. Now, they come in all sorts of different flavours. We've got 2 here today. We've got green tea and choc banana. Problem is, the green tea's empty because we got them just yesterday. and somebody decided to pre-try the green tea. So, what do you rate the green tea Pocky out of 10?
Oh, phenomenal 9.9.
9.9 out of 10.
Yep.
Well, we'll have to believe what she says
I
because,
gave
well,
it a 0.
that's empty.
I don't like
So-
it.
Yeah, just on this note, it does say it's made in Thailand, but it actually is a Japanese company, so go figure.
Called outsourcing.
Yep, that's called outsourcing. In Japan,
Ooh.
if you didn't already know, they celebrate Valentine's Day twice. February 14th, obviously, being when women give their gifts to the guys, and March 14th is White Day, where the guys reciprocate. Something that came to effect in Fukuoka, if you didn't know that, and it was through marshmallows. But anyway, to get to the point, Pocky is actually called sake at that time of the year. I'm not sure why, just a thing for Valentine's Day, so go figure.
And it does
Fun
say Pockies very much share happiness. So they think Pocky sticks are happiness.
Yeah.
So we'll find out in a
And
minute.
obviously to promote love.
Because somebody's already, as I said, eaten all the green tea Pocky.
Okay. Now, they usually with the Pocky, it usually has some kind of smell, so
Yeah. Well, when I opened the packet,
Banana.
I could definitely smell choc
yeah,
banana.
banana. So these are
But-
chopped banana.
It's like a choc. It's more like a choc biscuit stick on this one.
Yeah.
Some of them are just a plain biscuit stick.
Yep. Yep.
Very much like the old banana lollies. The
Yeah.
flavour from the banana lollies.
Just tastes like it's been melted on.
They also come in strawberry, chocolate, cookies and cream, and I believe there was a limited mango.
Yes, but also
One
that's only just what we can get here at Daiso.
Yep.
There are many flavours around of it.
Yep. Some green grocers and some
should
Asian
probably
shops
hop back and
will
roll on
in
video.
fact
So we'll put
Pocky
that
is
down
probably
there.
the most popular one. The Meiji and Pocky products you can probably get a lot easier than some of these.
Quite nice.
So it's very good.
I'll give that an 8.
I'll give that one
Chopped
about
banana.
7.
I'll give it an 8. It's
Okay.
not really nice smell. A gentle flavour because sometimes when you get banana flavour in stuff, it can be a bit overpowering.
Yeah.
That was actually quite a nice banana flavour. Now we have one that you can actually get this often in supermarkets and not just at Daiso and stuff like that. Hello Panda.
By Meiji.
This one is just a biscuit with milk flavoured filling. You can get, once again, many different flavours, but the main ones are just like the milk flavoured and the chocolate one.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
we'll shall
So
open
these
this one up.
these are little biscuits. So we'll try and show you these ones because they're a bit small, aren't they?
Oh, they're tiny and they've got cute little pictures on them.
Yeah.
Oh,
We might have
one
to.
for you.
Yes,
It looks disfigured.
there you go. There we go.
they're-
Oh, there's his face. You can't
Yes, the,
quite
little,
see it.
the little panda is a bit sort of, this one's got like a hockey stick or something. So they got like different pictures and
Mine
stuff on
looks
them.
like a cuckoo.
Mine looks like he's holding some kind of.
So they obviously have all different pictures on the biscuits, but
Yeah.
because of the shape of the biscuit, they tend to distort and makes it very hard to have a
It
look
looks
at.
like they're toasted on the back too.
Oh,
Yeah, not bad.
quite a pleasant little biscuit.
Well, so generally Japanese products don't necessarily
Yep.
put a lot of sugar in. So yeah, it tends to be a lot weaker than what our Western toast is used to.
If you look on the packet, you can actually see a lot of the different pictures of the panda. There's one, he's flying an airplane, one on a jet ski, one playing soccer, one driving a train. So yeah, they have all different pictures. It's just very hard to see on the actual biscuit
He's
because
riding a bullet train in one of those. Cool.
they are distorted, but they're quite yummy. Very Moorish.
I'd say,
Well, I think you should have one more just to check.
8 out of 10, I think. I'll
One
guess
more
that
just to
together.
check.
8 out of 10?
Just to check the flavour.
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely rate them an 8.
Oh.
I'd really like to try the chocolate one. Because of just being a chocolate fan.
Yeah,
I
would
would
like to
rate
try
it a
it.
9.
We're going
Whoa,
for a 9 there.
9.
Now, we have a couple of hard lollies here, which obviously are not an easy one to just scarf down. Once again, Daiso. They did have, I really would have liked to have got some. They had a label on the shelf, but there was none there. Sake flavoured hard candy. Very interesting. I wanted to try, but they didn't have any. So we got this cola flavoured one and an espresso coffee one. They had a few different flavours. But I'm not going to worry about trying them right now because I think if we try to eat a hard lolly on video, it's going to take a while. So I want to do something that is very dangerous and I haven't tried before.
So you're telling me I can't have Coca-Cola?
Well, you can, but
I'll make you
This
while you prepare that.
is a small tube of wasabi. Yes, haven't tried it. I know all about it. I know that it's dangerous.
It's got a seal in it.
And I know that if you think, if you see a bowl of green stuff in a restaurant and you think it's guacamole and put it on your food and it turns out to be wasabi, you're in serious trouble. So, ooh, wow.
This one, whoa! This one is made by.
It smells terrible.
This is the
S&B?
flavour, the smell just alone. Now we're gonna do a cross-cultural thing here because we've got nothing to put it on. Forgot to get some dipping biscuits or something just to put it a little bit on. We happen to have these sitting around. We've got some lamb and rosemary shapes, something real Aussie to go with something Japan.
This is good.
And if you're not sure what wasabi actually is,
Well, hang on. Heather has tried one of the cola lollies. So what do you
What's
think? Is it definitely cola in a lolly?
It's definitely cola lollies.
Yeah.
all right.
And what do you think? And she's killing it straight away, so she can go into another one. What do you give that one? What do you rate it?
1,000 out of 10. I love cola.
Oh well, there you go.
She's
It's
a bit.
Yeah, the wasabi. It says here horseradish paste with wasabi japonica, obviously Japanese wasabi. So, yep.
Now, by the way,
Oh, Japanese horseradish. Yeah.
I know we're doing Japanese foods. Throw out to this. This is one of the Aussie Legends range of shapes. Really, it smells like lemon rosemary. It's a really good,
very good.
good flavour. This one.
Alright.
So I have no idea how much I'm meant to use. I'm only going to use
bit.
a little bit.
That's enough. That's.
I'm gonna have one
there
too.
we
It's
go.
horseradish, hon. You know how that's.
So we're going to put that on a biscuit.
Can I have one?
Yes, you can. Oh, Heather's going to be adventurous. She actually thought because it was a little tube, she could put it on a toothbrush and brush her teeth with it.
No, I wanted to do that for someone else.
Actually, we have been watching a bit of anime
like the
because
smell.
we kind of stuck home. And one's called Eighth Son. In the first episode, the young man Wendelin shows his teacher wasabi, and he just eats a whole
He
truckload of it.
like, he just coats his food in it and says how nice it is, but it turns out that he actually can't taste anything, so that's why.
So okay.
Oh, you didn't put it. Mom, don't try. We're
This-
supposed to do it together.
No.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3,
three.
go. Put it in your mouth, Heather.
I didn't do it either.
Oh!
I was waiting for that.
Oh my gosh! I only had
Heather,
I'm trying to not get on my
I only
tongue.
had a tiny little bit of that.
as you can see, that is a very tiny bit.
That's potent. That's definitely potent. It has horseradish, Japanese wasabi,
Yeah, well.
turmeric. Turmeric's quite hot anyway.
Have to say,
What's?
I'm not so worried about the heat of it, but
It just
I'm
tastes
not big on the
disgusting.
flavour of it.
It just tastes disgusting. Ugh.
Yeah, sorry, I was really interested to try that, but I suppose more if you mix it into things rather than just have it on a biscuit.
It also
does
has,
not taste nice.
but do you know, it also has directions that we can use it with. It says here, serve 1 teaspoon of prepared wasabi with 8 teaspoons of soy sauce as a dipping sauce for sushi, sashimi, or flavouring in soba, udon, etc.
Oh, there we
So
go.
there you go. This one, S&B wasabi, actually has some directions on how you can use this, which is, I guess, it's kind of useful.
A little bit disappointing, but I mean, as I said, that has just trying it on a biscuit, but
Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't rate that as hot as I was expecting. I was sort of thought it was going to be pretty nasty.
It's not that bad.
Now it's pleasant,
But
actually, now.
just the smell of it and the taste of it, just like that, is not the greatest. As I said, doing it, maybe mixing it, like it says here, with some soy sauce for dipping sauces and things. Yeah, so as it stands like that, I'm only going to rate that like a 3.
No, it tastes disgusting.
Just because it was disappointing to what I was hopeful.
I'm
hoping
doing
for.
-7.
I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm wondering though.
No, definitely like this.
I'm wondering though if we actually have to refrigerate this, which we probably will.
More than likely. Now it's
I will
open.
do that. Just a thing on these cup noodles. If you've never seen Japanese commercials before, I highly recommend them. Every year, without fail, they are absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, you can get YouTube videos of just random,
Long.
random, yes, long man.
Yeah.
The things they do for ads and stuff in Japan is incredible. You can have a lot of fun just watching Japanese ads for hours on end.
Yep. One of them with cup noodles is done by a very large noodle company in Japan called Nissan. Not to be confused with Nissan, which is the car, and a very famous actor by the name of Arnold Schwarzenegger has featured quite heavily in the past in these cup noodle videos, and amongst other things, he's been in a lot of other Japanese videos as well. I've heard that Chris Broad actually does like cup noodles, and I highly recommend you checking out his channel Abroad in Japan. He actually does have a video that was disappeared for ages called Climbing Mount Fuji, which is something I think we probably want to do at some point. And he takes a lot of cup noodles with him, so obviously pretty good.
A little warning though, Chris Broad, he has a lot of very informative videos. Does a lot of stuff about the language of Japan, places to go, things to do, what not to do when you go to Japan. Things you can get away with a little bit if you're a foreigner, because the Japanese will look at you and go, oh, you're a foreigner, that's okay, you don't understand. But he does a lot of stuff he does is very funny. You will laugh yourself senseless. But as a mild warning to people, some of his videos do tend to have a bit of swearing in them. Some of them aren't too bad. Sometimes he does a bit more than you expect, but take it with a grain of salt. If it's too much, just don't watch it. Some of his, we haven't watched all his videos, but some of the ones, they're definitely worth having a good laugh at, because things he gets up to with his Japanese friends, some of them are just crazy, and that's the fun life you can have when you're an Englishman living in Japan.
Yep, when you're dealing with cross-cultural...
We really should stop this video because we're just going to keep eating these snacks. Even these shapes, these are awesome.
We just do a couple honourable mentions of a couple of snacks we don't have here, because a lot of Japanese cooked foods are on a stick. So yakitori, which is chicken on a stick. My personal favourite, takoyaki, which is octopus. Balls on a stick, it's just basically octopus made into a little batter, and it's shaped into balls, and you put a little bit of fish flake on it and some mayo, and whack, away you go.
And something we obviously don't have here.
Fantastic.
There's a Japanese restaurant chain in Australia called Okami. Now, we have been to them before because they do an all-you-can-eat night, which is amazing. During this whole time of lockdown, they've also been doing a lot of delivery work or pickup, which, if anyone remembers back on Julie's birthday, we did a feast from Akami's here. We did a live feed to show all the food that we got. When they're operational again, we'll be going back, because something that they can't supply for takeaway is their green tea matcha homemade ice cream. On an all-you-can-eat night, you can get vanilla ice cream for as much as you like. You can get ice cream over and over again. But the matcha
it's vanilla bean.
The matcha is only 1 scoop per person on all you can eat. Because it's homemade, they obviously only have a limited supply. And Julie absolutely fell for it when she tried it.
So
she
good.
tried it once and was just absolutely over the moon about it. And even while I'm not a huge fan of green tea, I don't mind it. The ice cream green tea, very smooth, very soft, very flavoursome, and yeah, definitely if you get a chance to try green tea ice cream, go for it because it was delicious.
We can actually say to you that if you checked out both my personal Facebook and my husband's, or our Instagram pages, we have shown you pictures from Yoki's, which is how it's not it's Yoki's.
Oh, Yoki.
Yeah, the U's kind of not there. That's just main Japanese meals, but if you want to go for really good ones, go into the city. Or into the bottom of Melbourne Central, there is some Japanese snacks there you can try. You can try Japanese bread, or pan as they call it, ice cream and all that. It's fantastic. What I can recommend is if you're going to try any Japanese food in the city, go for the smaller places. You don't necessarily need to go to big restaurants to get the feel. Just go into a small ones, and they usually have more affordable meals. So I would just like to thank again Daiso Australia Dandenong, supermarkets and our local greengrocers for supplying some of the snacks. And this is the last in our cultural videos that we're going to be doing. I've got one more spiritual video coming up that we're going to do later on. Thank you guys for all your support. 322 likes, fantastic. So if you need to know where to go, at Connecting Japan Ministries is our Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. and you can go to any of those and see where our website is as well. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Ciao matane.
Bye.
Bye.
And once again, this little thing doesn't always work, but now it should.